Well, it's 8:30 and we're going to leave Lake Ballard right now after a couple of days here, and
navigate off road.
Oh, thank you, Karen. I've done the trailer checkout thing, so I'm going to head home now. There are a few little things that I have noticed that I could improve on, and I may make it home today. If not, I'll stay down at Kararawalyi or one of those places down there and make it home tomorrow. I believe it's raining in Albany anyway, so one would think, question your sanity going back to rain when you're leaving this sort of weather, but anyway, that's the way it is. So I don't know that anything else will happen, so I won't actually say thank you very much for watching just at the moment. We never know. With my videos, there's usually something else that happens before I actually get home. I'll catch you a bit later. Well, there be the signpost, 51 to Menzies, Sandstone 232. See, I was going to go to Sandstone, but because of the unavailability of fuel at Menzies, I've used my reserves, so this will be enough to get me back to Kalgoorlie anyway. And I don't know what's out at Sandstone, and not an awful lot, I don't think, so I'm not really going to take the risk, and I can always come back up again. I always say that, I can come back up if I really want to. For those who might be contemplating a little trip out here, just a little bit of information. It's actually 51 kilometres from Menzies out to Lake Ballard, so you know, a little detour. It's a 102 kilometre detour to actually go and see it. But in my opinion, it's really well worth going and having a look at those things, because they really are pretty spectacular. It's quite, to me, awe-inspiring. I thought, you know, what a feat to actually do something like that. That's like it's almost like a living artwork. It's amazing. So anyway, oh, big rock there. Look at that one. Anyway, I'll come back to you. Few of those salt lakes, salty lakes anyway, I guess. Anyway, this is the country out here, back at Menzies. Well, we're just coming into the back end of Menzies. Now we do a turn here. Well, we're just coming into the back end of Menzies. Now we do a turn here. Karen's got her wires crossed again because...
Turn right on Mercer Street.
Yes,
and take the first right.
I'm going to, Karen. This will be the main street.
Turn right at the stop sign.
Yes.
Then take the first right.
Yes, Karen. Okay. Karen's got her wires crossed again because...
Turn right on Mercer Street.
Yes,
then take
okay.
the first right.
I'm going to, Karen. This will be the main street.
Turn right at the stop sign.
Yes.
Then take the first right.
Yes, Karen. Okay. Karen, keep your shirt on. Oh, it's very quiet in Menzies this morning. There's that horrible service station thing that wouldn't allow me any fuel. wouldn't take the card. I don't know why. Anyway, we're going to press on down to...
Turn right on Brown Street.
Oh, Karen, I'm just turning you off now. That's it. You've really done your dash. You're muted, perhaps. There we go. Done the grand tour of Menzies again. Keep your shirt on. Oh, it's very quiet in Menzies this morning. There's that horrible service station thing that wouldn't allow me any fuel. Wouldn't take the card. I don't know why. Anyway, we're going to press on down to...
Turn right on Brown Street.
Oh, Karen, I'm just turning you off now. That's it. You've really done your dash. You're muted, perhaps. There we go. Done the grand tour of Menzies again. Look at that.
Turn right on Crusoe Road.
I just put the mute button on, Karen. Right, that's it. You're going.
Turn right onto the unpaved road.
Oh, where do you think you're taking me? Look at that.
Turn right on Crusoe Road.
I just put the mute button on, Karen. Right, that's it. You're going.
Turn right onto the unpaved road.
Oh, where do you think you're taking me? Coffee time. And I want to check a couple of things on the trailer that I probably didn't do this morning. Oh, we've got a big truck. Oh, that's handy. Well, look at all the rubbish. God, that's terrible. That's the crows. I'm sure that's the birds. Pull that out. They lift the lid. They're very clever birds, those bloody crows. Oh, gotta lean down here, get my
Turn
thermos.
left on Goldfields Highway.
Yes, I know, Karen. I thought I'd turned you off, but then I turned you back on, didn't I? I was very naughty. I didn't turn the gas off. Silly me. See, there's a band of cloud on the horizon. It's it doesn't look to be very thick, but I know it's raining or it's been wet down in Albany. So no doubt in the course of the day I will encounter moisture. I used this trip actually as a shakedown cruise for this trailer and the vehicle combination, especially after I had that issue travelling up the last time. I couldn't get booked into Carragini, so that's why I've sort of cut this short, but I'm very happy with what I've achieved so far. I went to two places that I'd never actually even considered before, and I'm pleasantly surprised at them. So it's fairly close to, I'm fiddling with this thing because it's wobbling around. It's fairly close to Albany, relatively speaking, and so I think, hey, I can come back and do a little bit more exploration up here. Once I do a couple of little modifications, and that may appear that I'm going in favour of keeping this trailer. I don't know yet, but certainly not going to make any rash decisions until I have a good mull over and get home and open it up again and review my videos, and then I might make a decision. It certainly has advantages, this trailer, and the biggest one I think is the fact that it's space. I have a lot of space. Packing it up takes a little bit long, obviously takes longer than the rooftop tent, but I seem to have developed a method that suits me, and it may be a half an hour at the most to pack it up. I haven't disconnected it at all during the trip, and that is a bit of an issue for me, in the sense that the trailer hitch that it comes complete with, and they're fairly common, is this block type thing. It's designed for off-road use, and it's a pain in the bum to actually hook it up. Vehicles with a reversing camera probably wouldn't have any issue. I have to actually line up my rear view mirror with the back end of the cab, and there's a winch on it, and I have to try and line that up. But it's not just that, it also has a very minimal clearance in how it fits onto the adapter or the receptor on the tow bar, and I'm not convinced that it's the best way of doing it. Anyway, I mentioned the issue of storage space on the actual trailer, and most of the storage space you could consider to be on the pack rack part of it. Now, that's a bit inconvenient because you actually have to unpack the pack rack when you get somewhere in order to make the trailer operate, to flip it out. And I find that a little bit crazy as far as design. The other issue is there is a lot of under-bed storage, but that under-bed storage would be used to cart around this extension, the annex extension, which is quite substantial. And I've actually, most of that annex is parked in my garage at the moment. But, you know, if you were going to do a trip and get the most out of this, you really have to take it with you. So I start to question the fact that, well, where else do I store stuff? I already have 2 roof racks on the top of the car. So it's these things that I have to consider. As many of you have no doubt gathered, I'm a very impatient traveller, and I am also not one for tropping in a particular place for any great length of time. I like to move. And unlike a lot of other people who seem to be able to sit and prop for weeks at a time, I'm not that person. But this camper trailer thing would be ideal for somebody that wants to do that. Find a nice camp spot by a river somewhere with enough flat space, and that's another issue, is the footprint that the thing leaves, or you need, in order to erect it to get its best value. That's one that you know wouldn't necessarily suit me, but might suit some other people. So we'll sleep on it. This section of road that we're travelling on now is actually part of the historic Goongarry station, and off to the right, and I'll put the, oh no I won't, I was going to put the reverse camera on, but I had switched it off. Off to the right is the old historic town site of Comet Vale. There won't be anything there anymore, but these were all obviously townships that sprung up during the gold rush, I suppose. Now we have a minerals rush for all those other elements and things that WA is endowed with. Actually over, I don't know if you see it, but we've just passed the Comet Vale mine, or I don't know whether that's a part of a series of mines, but I've heard the name Comet Vale. That was it over there, obviously named after the historic site. There's a big vehicle towing something. Oh yeah, mine site, just passing. One of those big dumpy truck things. It is a freightliner. Explosives. Oh, go off with a big bang, that one. Now over behind us as we pass is a train. And that's the old Goongarry homestead, part of it. We're coming, this is the actual site, and this, as we're passing, is the place that I explored one trip before in there. And there's the end of that train. The train has actually stopped. Why? And here's another vehicle coming, it's going to pass us, a big tanker. Oh, the road's busy this morning. 3-trailer road train, and here's another mining vehicle going to overtake me. Well, there you go, we've had it all this morning, folks. Yep, Kalgoorlie Boulder Coolgardie number plate. Here's a sedan. Oh. Ooh-ee. That's a bit of excitement. Now we're 84 kilometres out of Kalgoorlie on the north side, so 9:45. I'll do a little bit more of an estimate of my home time arrival when I get down to Kalgoorlie. And over there is, we've just passed the road to Orabanda, and in the background over here is the Broad Arrow Tavern that we drove into on the way up, and there was all those motorcycles out the front. So we're now 37 k's from Kalgoorlie, and I'm researching on my GPS where the fuel stations are. I know I normally stop in the BP, but it's a hell of a thing to get into, particularly if I'm towing a trailer, so now I might change my station, my fuel station. Right, well, we're about to come up into Kalgoorlie. Now I'm looking for fuel.
In 1 kilometre, turn right on Great Eastern Highway, then enter the roundabout.
Karen's going to lead me. So I know where we're going. We're going to go straight down Hannon Street, I think. Keep both of these GoPros going because never seem to get a decent... I've never actually stopped in Kalgoorlie. Maybe one day I should come up and actually spend a couple of days in Kalgoorlie. Right, well, we're about to come up into Kalgoorlie. Now I'm looking for fuel.
In 1 kilometre, turn right on Great Eastern Highway, then enter the roundabout.
Karen's going to lead me. So I know where we're going. We're going to go straight down Hannon Street, I think. And we'll keep both of these GoPros going because never seem to get a decent... I've never actually stopped in Kalgoorlie. Maybe one day I should come up and actually spend a couple of days in Kalgoorlie. So we're going to turn. Turn
right on Great Eastern Highway,
yes,
then enter the roundabout.
Okay, don't insist. Find me a service station. That's your job. Apparently, it's about 250 metres away. Where?
At the roundabout, take the second exit to Hannon Street.
I'm already on Hannon Street. Karen, you doofus. I know you have a way of saying things. So here we are, downtown Kalgoorlie on a Thursday morning. Yeah. Well, look at that rig there. What's all that on there? Crikey. Toys? Yeah. Man, oh man. I'm supposed to go left here, 20 metres, eh? That's not where you were taking me. No, I'm going to go straight ahead. I'm going to listen to the Garmin, Karen.
At the roundabout, take the third exit. Turn right on Great Eastern Highway,
yes,
then enter the roundabout.
Okay, don't insist. Find me a service station. That's your job. Apparently, it's about 250 metres away. Where?
At the roundabout, take the second exit to Hannon Street.
I'm already on Hannon Street. Karen, you doofus. I know you have a way of saying things. So here we are, downtown Kalgoorlie on a Thursday morning. Yeah. Well, look at that rig there. What's all that on there? Crikey. Toys? Yeah. Man, oh man. I'm supposed to go left here, 20 metres, eh? That's not where you're taking me. No, I'm going to go straight ahead. I'm going to listen to the Garmin, Karen.
At the roundabout, take the third exit.
they have
At the
them on the main
roundabout,
street?
take the third exit to Lane Street.
Okay. I'll humour you, Karen. Third exit. 1, 2, 3. There's a McDonald's. Where are you taking me, Karen?
At the roundabout, take the third exit to Broadman Street.
Another one. Ah, okay. Third exit. We must have passed it then, Karen, did we? 1, 2, 3. Oh, I see something. She's taking me to a bloody Caltex. Oh, okay. Thought we were going to the Puma. Ooh, yeah, diesel.
Arriving
Here we
at
go.
Caltex, on the left.
Crikey. I hope I can get my trailer in. Diesel. Okay, there we go. It's diesel anyway, that'll do. And it's a
At
Woolies.
the roundabout, take the third exit to Wilson Street.
Karen, we're not going there now. We've already found one, so quiet. Oh, this Garmin's taking me all over the bloody joint. Damn. Why can't they have
At the
them on the
roundabout,
main street?
take the third exit to Lane Street.
Okay. I'll humour you, Karen. Third exit. 1, 2, 3. There's a McDonald's. Where are you taking me, Karen?
At the roundabout, take the third exit to Broadman Street.
Another one. Ah, okay. Third exit. We must have passed it then, Karen, did we? 1, 2, 3. Oh, I see something. She's taking me to a bloody Caltex. Oh, okay. Thought we were going to the Puma. Ooh, yeah, diesel.
Arriving
Here we
at
go.
Caltex, on the left.
Crikey. I hope I can get my trailer in. Diesel. Okay, there we go. It's diesel anyway, that'll do. And it's a
At
Woolies.
the roundabout, take the third exit to Wilson Street.
Karen, we're not going there now. We've already found one, so quiet. Two 10-9-3-9. Darty again. It caught up with me. I'm actually chewing on a muesli bar, excuse me. There was no food in that Caltex Woolworths in Kalgoorlie where I pulled up, and I haven't had anything to eat. I didn't have breakfast this morning because I thought, I'll get on the road, get something in Kalgoorlie. Wrong. This person is taking forever to go round a corner, for goodness sake. And when I think about it, there's all these service stations here. Anyway, there's no doubt we'll be back here at some time in the future. Now, Bullabulling 29, Southern Cross 188, Perth is at 557. I'm still debating which way to go, and it's going to depend on availability of fuel. When I come up this way, I come up the back roads, and the only place to get fuel is Lake Grace. And I must admit, it's my favourite way to go, but I've actually programmed the Garmin to go another way that I went once before. It takes me a little bit more into civilization, so once we get down towards Meriden, I might decide. Thanks, pal. Put your brakes on, that's it. My 24-hour stopping place, Kararawalyi or Moorabbin, is about to appear. I've got both GoPros going. Just where that car is just passing is almost coming up for the turn-off. There's a blue sign here, and as it's only 25 minutes to 1, we are now passing the point of no return. So here we go. Kararawalyi, where the bus is. In there. My 24-hour stopping place, Kararawalyi or Moorabbin, is about to appear. I've got both GoPros going. Just where that car is just passing is almost coming up for the turn-off. There's a blue sign here, and as it's only 25 minutes to 1, we are now passing the point of no return. So here we go. Kararawalyi, where the bus is. In there. I think I'm going to get passed by a truck very soon. Right up there, and he's got a CB and he's probably sitting higher in the cab than I am, so he can see what's ahead, but there's a solid white line on our side, so he can't pass yet. And while I'm waffling on, and I've been going on about this camper trailer, I should also give a little bit of praise to the beast. because the beast has performed admirably towing this dead weight behind him. Here's the truck passing now. Yes, he hasn't missed a beat, but he's drinking a bit of fuel. When I filled up at the Kalgoorlie Woolworths there, my consumption was 7.44 kilometres per litre. That was actually an improvement on the previous two fill-ups, which was 6.5 and 6.44 kilometres per litre. So there is a downside to towing these things behind you, and I still try to maintain the, you know, between the 2250 and 2500 revs. But of course on a highway you can't really, you've got to keep your speed going at a fairly relative pace. As I'm driving along here, as I want to do, I think about things, and I think about language and the names, where names come from. And how it got me going was I just passed a place, a road called Nulla Road, and in this area they have some really wonderful place names. Like there's a place called Gooley, G-H-O-O-L-I, Gooley. I love that name. But anyway, on my last trip up here, the aborted trip, out on the road that we will be going on, I passed a sign to a property, and the property was called Hakana Matata, and I thought, wow, what a wonderful name. Now, I do crosswords, and I like Christine Lovett's crosswords. That's not an advertisement, by the way. And I happened to, the very week that I got back from that aborted trip, after having seen the words Hakana Matata, I happened to be reading the little blurb that Christine Lovett puts in her, as her editorial, if you like, and she explains words. And what did I find but the words Hakana Matata? And I was actually blown away, because this magazine is about 2 or 3 years old, and she was talking, she explained that Hakana Matata is a Swahili word, and it actually means no worries, and that is the most quintessential Australian expression, no worries. And so somebody has taken it from the Swahili and used the Swahili version of no worries, and I thought that was precious. Anyway, that just passed, well, a couple of minutes driving along the road. Thank you for your attention. Now we'll turn you off. Oh, we'll have a look out there where we've been anyway. Look, there's another truck parked in a rest area. Okay, oh, Noongar South Road, that's Noongar South Road we're just about to pass. The Noongar are the Aboriginal tribe around this area. They're called Noongars, N-O-O-N-G-A-R. Just another piece of information for you. I suppose I should take some more video of where I've been, because just looking through my rear view mirror, it looks really nice, the light looks good, and I could be heading into the rain, so I might not see the sun for another few days, so I'll be able to look at the videos and reminisce. Yeah, where this truck centering sign is, that's the Emu Fence Road. And now, of course, there's a mine or something going in out there, which is why there's all these road trains. I mean, through time, that road there, the Emu Fence Road, will probably be paved. And so it will represent a good shortcut between this particular highway here and Albany, and right down through to Hyden. But I see, yeah, there's a lot of trucks on there. we'll just circumnavigate that one for the moment. Well, here we are, coming into Southern Cross. I'm not getting fuel here, as I mentioned. I have another 108 kilometres to go to Meriden, which is 108 kilometres closer to home, and then it will ensure that I do not need to fill up again before I get home. I once stayed in the a motel here. That one, over there, to the right. Motor lodge, suites and en-suites. Here's the two big fuel stations here in Southern Cross. BP, we patronised them on the way through, and the Shell, well, I've been there a couple of times on previous trips, so we've been evening out the score. Oh, there's another one. What's that one? 24/7 refueling. Oh, Stallion Fuels. That's that one that I couldn't get my card to work in at where was it? Menzies. So we won't be going there. Righto. That's enough of Southern Cross. Let's go. For future reference, Southern Cross is 32 k's from Kalgoorlie. That's just for my reference, because sometimes I think, oh, how far was that? There's a little place called Mooreen Rock. And Mooreen Rock has a general store, fast food and cold drinks. Good old country service. Oh. Unfortunately, Mrs. Mooreen, we won't be stopping tonight. Oh, there's Refuel Australia. See, I hate those things. Bloody stick your card in. Suck your card in. Oh, it's a nice little hotel. Look at that, Mooreen Rock Hotel. Beautiful. Public toilets. They've got the lot here. Mooreen Rock. Oh, there's a nice bit of green Western Australia spread out before us. Look at that. Been a bit of rain. This area is actually called Bodallin, B-O-D-A-L-L-I-N, Bodallin, and they have a grain bin down one of those roads. We're going to be coming into the little hamlet, or is that omelette, of Bodallin very soon, like in 2 k's. I'll let you know. Here we come into Bodallin. All these flash caravans. Woo. There's a Liberty. I don't need to get my fuel just yet. Here we are, Bodallin. Not Beau Rivage. What are we diesel there? Oh, 230, 229, $2.29 a litre. Still, that's the price we have to pay. Okay, that's Bodallin. Now this little particular area that we're in now is called Westonia. I don't know whether that would be considered to be a... Well, we don't have counties over here, we have local government districts. Anyway, a few years ago there was a guy who advertised, a cartoon guy called Max Headroom, who advertised for Pepsi Cola. Well, this is his bridge, because it's max headroom 5.7 meters. That was a joke, by the way. Max headroom, maximum headroom 5.7 meters. Oh, duh. Now we're coming in this little hamlet called Carrabin. C-A-R-R-A-Bin. It said cheap fuel, $2.34 a litre. Yeah, that's cheap. Not. Now there's a vista. Look at that. Way in the distance off to the left, and you won't see it from here, this angle. There is a huge, big wind farm that I didn't know was there. Anyway, it's there. Take my word for it. That's the road we're going to come back on. Narrabeen, Muntagin, and we're just going to go into Merredin, fuel up, and then we'll be on our way. Well, we're going just a slightly different road. We're going down to Bruce Rock and then to Corrigan. We're just actually going parallel to the road that I would have normally gone. But we came further into town this time, so. And I don't think I've been up this road before. To Bruce Rock. I've always bypassed it. Anyway, it's neither here nor there. Just another little road to tuck into Doug's bag of roads he's been on. I actually have been on this road. It's actually stored in the memory of this Garmin, so I have been on it before. Anyway, let's go. The great thing about these roads is there's very little, if no, traffic on them.
Continue on Bruce Rock Merredin Road.
Thanks, Karen. I will continue on Bruce Rock Merredin Road. Thank you. I'm sort of looking at the weather around. I'm heading sort of a little towards the south now. Right on the horizon I see what looks to be a big bank of sort of bit iffy looking clouds. Rain bearing clouds perhaps, but we'll see as we get closer. Bit of farmland either side. There's nice green fields over there. On the way up, I think they were planting or they were growing canola in some of these paddocks. So maybe that's what they're doing in there. Maybe they've just planted some more. Although this used to be called the wheat belt. They used to plant lots of wheat, apparently. Maybe they should start planting wheat again, because if that war is still going on between Putin and the Ukraine, there might be a big shortage of wheat. We could capitalise here in WA. Not that you're supposed to profit off war. Oh, perish the thought that somebody might profit from a war. There's that canola I was talking about earlier. Nice yellow fields, yellowish, green yellow. Truck coming, and that's what that is, canola. Just in case that canola didn't turn out good last time, there it is again. Isn't that beautiful, that yellow with the green underneath? Beautiful, beautiful. Look at that. And I'll turn that into oil so as we can cook our fish and chips. won't say goodbye just yet because I do have this other GoPro which I've now turned around. You're just going to have to put up with the windscreen pillar. But this is Bruce Rock. I better slow down. They'll take a very dim view of you speeding through their town. Anyway, Bruce Rock. Now, Doodlakine. Are we going to go to Doodlakine? I guess we are, because that's where the arrow is pointing. Town centre, Narrabeen, Quairading. Now, I'm going to go and follow this road because I've got to go around here. Karen, I just took the wrong road. She's going to take me onto another one though. Anyway, that's okay. Now I'm trying to remember if I have actually been in this little hamlet. I don't think so, but I do know.
500 meters, turn right on Swan Street.
Yes, okay, thank you, Karen. I do know that many years ago I knew a lady in Albany that I did a little bit of work for, and we still actually have the clothesline. She gave us Kay and I a clothesline, and she came from this town, Bruce Rock. So there you go. We've come almost full circle. This is the
turn right on Swan Street.
Karen. It says Perth Corrigan, Narrabeen. I don't want to really go to Narrabeen. I'm going to go this way. I'm following your lead. I know you're not going to get me lost, Karen. And I do would like to get onto the main highway now.
Turn left on Bruce Rock Corrigan Road.
Yeah, okay. Turn left on Bruce Rock Corrigan Road. Okay, I am. Oh, there's somebody snuck across. Crikey. Must be peak hour here in Bruce Rock. And it's only 3:10. We have to turn left onto Bruce Rock Corrigan Road, according to Karen. Which is good because I didn't want to go to Quairading. That's heading towards Perth. At least if I'm going towards Corrigan, I know I'm going towards Albany.
Continue on Bruce Rock Corrigan Road.
Care to tell me for how long, Karen? According to the map here, it's 61 kilometres. As we head a little bit further south, I'm watching those clouds right in front of us. And they seem to get a little bit darker the closer I get. Particularly off to that way. You can see a little swirly bit up there, look. Don't think I'd like to be flying up that way today. This is a little area called Ardath, A-R-D-A-T-H, because I just passed the Ardath Golf Club. A golf club stuck out here in the middle of nowhere, eh? There we are, there's a sign. Ardath. Oh. The sign said was pointing to the right. There we go. Beginning to look at the darker now. Still, I can't say I wasn't warned. gigantic puddle. It was Red Lake Reserve. Well, this is Corrigan, apparently. Corrigan straight ahead, Narrabeen off to the left. Well, we don't need to go to Narrabeen. It's 47 anyway. Look at those clouds. Ugh. Oh, we're coming under the Tin Horse Highway again. Oh, there's an aeroplane flying. And there's a water slide. These farmers definitely have too much time on their hands. Well, I thought I'd said goodbye, but I come on here. I'm 16 k's from Lake Grace and we have a traffic signal. They're doing some work on the road. Catch that sunset. Woo, woo, woo. Okay. Oh, there's my big fingers. Home time. Gee, I hope it's picking up on this sunset. That's quite spectacular from what I can see. Now, anyway, we'll have to cut that short. We're into Lake Grace. Well, we'll make this the last shot. I've just come through Lake Grace and that sun is pretty spectacular from what I can see. I just hope the GoPro is doing it justice. Anyway, I think this will be the last hurrah, folks, unless anything untoward happens. I will say one last thing though. It's a far more pleasant journey coming down this road tonight than it was 4 weeks ago, or 5 weeks ago now, because I could barely get the revs to go above 1500. Now we're singing along at 2750 and we're doing 110 kilometers per hour towing a trailer. So obviously whatever the problem was has fixed itself or been fixed because of that loose hose. So I guess that's a lesson, but it's a very pleasant journey tonight.